Hi guys, Grace of Red Barn Studios. Welcome to 2017. How's it going for you? Day one. I am kind of excited for this year. The latter part was a bit, so I am pushing. I am pushing already. I've started scheduling and whatnot. Last night for to ring in the new year, we spent it with some friends of ours and my family, and it's so funny because I set up every New Year's, I set up so that I will call my mother on New Year's. I will be the first one to call her. Everybody's home, you see, and so I'm away. And so I made this promise to myself to actually, at the stroke of midnight, I tap the phone, I get the phone all ready, and I call her and I wish her Happy New Year. She is the first person I wish Happy New Year to every year. And I've been doing this for about almost 30 years now, because I've been out of the Bahamas for 30 years. More than 30 years actually. But anyway, so I wished her Happy New Year, and one of the things she does every year, that's just so magical that she does this. She goes outside and she greets the new year. She goes outside, stands outside, looks up at the clouds and says, "Hey, bring me all the joy, all the goodness you can bring me." And then she steps back inside and then she goes to sleep. But she definitely waits up for my phone call. Last Thursday, after a much long day of traveling back to Portland on Tuesday, I tried to settle back into the home routine and found myself absolutely, completely wide awake at 3 a.m. Now, granted, I was home for a little while before, maybe about 3.5 weeks, almost 4 weeks. So my time clock is a bit off. So that could be why. But I was just wide awake. I mean, not even maybe kind of tired. No, completely wide awake. So I thought I do one of three things. I actually sometimes will put on my earphones and sit and listen to, or try to let myself go to sleep to jazz music, and it's usually instrumental jazz. So, and it's the volume is really low. Or I might put on a video that I hadn't finished watching, an art video that I hadn't finished watching, and let that lull me to sleep. Or I might catch up on Instagram, and I'm just scrolling. I'm not actively looking. I just need to occupy my brain enough to have it fall asleep again. And so 3 o'clock in the morning, I decide I'm going to scroll through Instagram, and there I saw a quote, which wasn't good, because when I see a quote, I need to write it. When I see a quote that resonates with me, I need to write it down. And so I saw the quote, and being wide awake at 3 means I'm really wide awake now, and that quote was resonating with me big time. So I quickly shucked the I'm going to sleep thing, and I wrote a post, Instagram post from me for my feed, and did the image, and funny enough, the image is of my bed, my comforter on my bed, and I don't know how it got there, but that's the image that came up, and I'm thinking, oh, let me just edit the image, and I added this quote, and the quote itself led me to thinking of this minisode, this Soul Speak minisode, and I call this one Write It, Speak It, Live It. And it kind of ties into the fact that we are in a new year. We are beginning yet again, and I want you to find ways to write stuff down. Write these things that you need to record. Speak what you want. Speak it so you can put it out in the universe, and the universe can do its magic and swirl it about your head and bring it into manifestation. And I want you to live it, because we have a new year coming. We have a new year already. So I want you to live it as well. And so I sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like the conveyor of joy love messages. That's really truly one of the things I enjoy doing. On my Facebook page, I usually do inspirational videos or words, and then on my Instagram I do a lot of that. Instagram is definitely, promoting my business, but also I love quotes. I mean, I have about 500 of them. When I get one, I go right and I write it down. It's just all inspirational words. But this one was just whirling. I couldn't get it out. I mean, I scrolled up past it and I went back and I'm like, okay, I got to do something with this. So as I said, I created that image and I put it out there. And then I went to actually save the draft because it was 3 o'clock in the morning at least. I mean, God, really? 3 o'clock in the morning? Who's up? Well, the other side of the world is up. And I closed my Instagram, put my phone down, and that message just, I'm like, no, send that thing now. So I opened up my phone, I sent it out, and I felt good about putting this out there because that was in the moment what was happening with me. And my Instagram feed is more, it's promotional, yes, but it's also more in the moment things that I'm feeling and thinking and doing that I want to share with you. So the image that I put out there, I'm going to show you right now. So yeah, the quote reads, "Everything you write down with intent to manifest comes to fruition in its own time." Isn't that really cool? That's by Veronica Lanes, I think. Lanes? Sorry if I'm mixing up your name. But that just, I guess because I was on the plane ride back, I had a lot of time to think about, okay, what am I going to start? What am I going to do? I want to do more. I want to be more in 2017. I want to grow more personally and in business. And that quote just, it mesmerized my brain for a good bit. And so I put it out there. And that's what I want this Minnesota to be about. I want you to think this week, because we have a shiny new year, I want you to think this week and in the next month about making plans, about dreaming big. I mean, big. I want you to focus your efforts, record what you're doing, record the moments, but also record and write the activities that you need to do. And then wait for the fruits of your labor to come to fruition. It will happen. We've got to do our piece of it. We've got to do our work. Each of us has it settled. It is in us. It is that soul stuff that's in us. We have that ability to reach in and grab for what we need to manifest our desires, to be true to our goals, our all that we want for ourselves. We have that ability. We just have to make it happen. We just have to make it happen. This is what I want for you this year. I want all that can happen for you to happen, to come true. And it's also what I'm planning for my year. As I said earlier, it was, a day of traveling, and I had time to think and I had time to write a little bit. And my head, anytime I'm traveling back home after being away, my head goes into what's next. And that's what I did. I'm thinking, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Oh my gosh, I can do this. And so I came in and I had to just write it down. Brought out my journal, wrote down thoughts, wrote down feelings. And then I brought out my bullet journal and I just wrote down, okay, this is 2017. These are the things I'm going to do for 2017. So I want to be more present because, I'm trying to shine my light a little bit more, y'all. Trying to shine that light. So one of the things I want to do is be more present, which is the reason for the Soul Speak. I call them Soul Speak vlogs, but they're kind of mini episodes, mini inspirational episodes. And I want to focus my energy on things both personally, health wise, of course, as always, and then both as an entrepreneur, because I want to grow. I want to grow as a person. I want to grow in business as well. And these are the things I wish for you. This is the message today. It's about write it, speak it, live it, all of this stuff. I have lots of things, actually, the stuff that I've written down that I want to get accomplished. Some of that is for you. Absolutely. Some of that is for you. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to bring these things and have them come to fruition, have you take part in it. One of the things I had planned before setback, and last week's episode I talked about setbacks and moving through it and moving forward. One of the things I had planned was kind of like a virtual meetup, so that we can get on and chat and talk, maybe a coffee chat or a chai chat, because I love a chai tea, and just talk about how we want to manifest our new year. How do we want to bring in all that we are thinking of and then share it? Then share ourselves and share what we want for ourselves and for others in the new year. And so this virtual meetup never took place. I never did get a chance to do it. But one of the things I was going to talk about was actually the word of the year. I cannot tell you how, instead of writing resolutions and then forgetting about them a month later, that's usually the case. I don't know about you, but that for me was the case. I started about 8 years ago, maybe 8, doing a word of the year, just choosing one word. And as I make plans, monthly plans, and as I thought, it just kept, that one word popped into my brain. One year it was create, because I was doing, I think I was doing soul food with Mistel. And that was my year. I wanted to create, and that started me going. I just love that. Another year I used the word shift, because it wasn't that things were stale. It was just that I needed to do a mental and physical shift. I needed to do one that was personal, but also I needed to shift myself in business. I needed to do that thing that's like, oh, okay, now I see. And so that year of shift was instrumental in moving me forward. Last year was holding space, and I fought to use holding space, because it's word of the year. Word, not a phrase. But, the universe has other plans for us sometimes, and holding space became such a profound word of the year for me. It just did. All year, even the tragedy at the latter part of the year, that phrase kept popping into my brain. It was, okay, just hold space. Just hold space. And it's amazing when you choose a word that you think is going to help you get through the next 12 months. And as you're working towards your goals and working towards manifesting what you want to have happen, your word, the universe kind of works in circles around you and uses that word to push you forward, to gently nudge you sometimes. That's the word of the year. That is one of the things I wanted to talk about in the virtual meetup. And I most likely will have a virtual meetup, but I need to plan a little bit more, because I was in the planning stages when I left to go to the Bahamas. So the word of the year is such a powerful tool to help you figure out what you want for your year, but also help you as you traverse through the months. Let the word of the year, your word, sit in your heart. Center it, breathe it, be it. And it's so magical what happens. I mean, as I said, I've done this for 8 years, and it is one of the tools that I will always have in my tool belt to help me go through, to help me move forward, push through to the goals and the ideas and the thoughts. The word of the year is key for me to move, to live, really. That word, I embody my word. That's something I wish for you as well. Next week, I will do a little more in depth on the word of the year. Have some ideas that I want to share with you, and we will work through that. And we'll have another episode, a mini-sode of Soul Speak. Part of that is, yes, the word of the year. Oh, if you haven't chosen one yet, sit still. I invite you to sit still and think of what you want. Think of what needs to happen. Think of where you want to be at the end of 2016, and just allow your soul and the universe to speak together, so that your one word comes to you and you hold it tight. You hold it tight throughout the year. It is such a magical experience. I wish that for you. But until then, my friends, go write your heart words. Keep writing those words down. Keep writing. Till next time. Bye.